Hi, I'm Sophie, and welcome to my world. You know, it's that holiday season, and whenever you have the holidays, you get that sweet, stripy little candy treat, the candy cane. And so I've done a little something different with my candy canes that I'd like to teach you how to do. I have turned my candy cane into a little Rudolph. I'm going to use some duct tape and a few other little things, and I'm going to make one right now and show you how. So for this project, we're going to need scissors. We're going to need duct tape. And in this case, I'm using two different colors of brown duct tape. You can, of course, make your Rudolph whatever colors you want him to be, but I'm going to be using a light tan and a dark brown duct tape. I'm going to need two candy canes. I've got some googly eyes that I'm going to be using, and also I've got this sparkly red bead. Now you can use whatever you want for his nose. You could use a button, you could use a sequin, a jewel, really whatever you want, or you could even use red duct tape, and for the eyes you could use little black duct tape if you want. It's up to you. But I've got googly eyes and I've got a little sparkly jewel there. That's just a bead, plastic bead. And then I've got a little piece of parchment paper. This is very important. You're going to need the parchment paper. So to start with, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make Rudolph's little hooves. And for his hooves, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little piece of duct tape here and I'm going to rip it, just move these out of the way, or cut it longwise so that I just have a piece that is about 1/2 inch wide. And I don't need too much of it because I'm just putting it around the bottom here to be his hoof. Like that. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other. Now, if you want to, you can tuck that little end up there too. See that little plastic bit? You can tuck that under and tape it in place. Now, you can use darker color, you could use black, you could use whatever color you want for the hooves, but I decided I wanted to make it the same color as his body. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to take a piece of tape about 5 inches long. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a fold-over strip, just like this. So I took my piece of tape and I folded it this way so that it's got a sticky bit sticking out the side. See that? Now what I'm going to do is take my candy canes, place them over like that, fold this over here, fold that over there, wrap it around, and just seal it. So I've just made like a little band around. There you go. Now these are the antlers. See, here's the antlers, here's his body, here's his little feet. Now, if you want to, this can be the end, and you can just put your little eyes here and your little nose there. They're all, of course, rolling. But I'm going to make a head. And to make his head, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this piece of parchment paper. What I want to do is measure how wide it is here. And I'm just going to mark this with my finger, like that, and just cut it right here. And I'm also going to measure how long it is. I want his head to be not quite all the way to the end of his body, so I'm going to pull it up just a little bit right there and cut it. Now I know what size I need my tape to be. So I'm going to take my strip of brown tape. I've got a little bit more than I need. I'm going to place it right on here. Now sometimes with parchment paper, you need to give it a little rub down there, just make it stick. So I've done that, and now what I'm going to do is basically cut a triangle. So I'm going to cut down that way, put this off to the side, don't need it anymore, and from that side down, and I left kind of a little bit at the bottom to be his nosy area right there. So I didn't quite make it an entire triangle, like a pointy triangle. Now I'm just going to take that off and place this end right there. Now, I'm not going to put this end down yet. I'm just going to kind of leave it loose for right now because I'm going to make his ears. Now, to make his ears, what I'm going to do is take the rest of this piece and just fold it up like that. Now, did you see how I left that sticky strip again? I'm going to leave that sticky strip because here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut my ears out. You can just make your ears. You know, the ears can be whatever shape you want them to be, but I like to make them kind of leaf-shaped. They just kind of go up and over. And see that little sticky bit? I'm going to lift up his head here, place one ear like that, and then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Make another ear. Remember, your ears can be however you want them to be. You might even want pointy ears. And pick it up, put it down. There we go. And now I'm going to actually use a hot glue gun to attach my eyes and my nose. However, you don't have to use a hot glue gun. You can use regular glue, or again, like I told you before, you can always use duct tape to make the eyes and the nose. Okay, so I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to put a little dot right here for his nose. And two tiny dots up here for his eye. Ooh, that was not a tiny dot. Okay, and now I'm just going to put his eye here and his eye here. Just be very careful with hot glue. Always use adult supervision. And now I'm just going to put that bead right there to be his little sparkly, shiny nose. On Dasher, on Dancer, on confectionery friend. I hope you enjoy making your Rudolph as much as I do. For more sweet treats like this, come and check us out at Sophie-World.com.